Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Now today I'm going to be talking about VCT China Stage 1 Week 2 results, and let's just say I'm incredibly disappointed in one team especially. But before we get into that, let's first talk about the team, well I should say next week's matches. So week 3 we'll start with Wolves versus Tracy Esports, followed up by Nova versus FunPlus Phoenix. Then it's Bilibili Gaming versus All Gamers, and Dragon Ranger Gaming versus JD Gaming. That's going to be a good match to watch. And then on the final day includes Tidally versus Nova and Edward Gaming versus Titan Esports Club. So let's now have a look at the week 2 results. And first off with Nova Esports beating out JD Gaming. JD Gaming, as in the former Rare Atom Core, got beaten out by Nova Esports. I cannot fathom this JD Gaming team. 13-8 on Sunset for JD, then 13-9 on Blind, 13-4 on Ascent for Nova, and CB gained MVP. To be fair to CB, he popped off. Swell also popping up as well. Swell had a bit of a slow start to this, I guess, to Nova against Trace. There were some decent moments from him, but he kind of just, he was just kind of not really there. But here, he really shined, including CB. Both are doing a phenomenal job. But I am very disappointed in JD Gaming, I'll be honest. I mean, Stu. He's really good. But I generally thought with an IGL of YH Chen in the lineup, I generally thought that they were going to do well. But they have proven me wrong. Okay, when they lost against Edward Gaming, I was like, okay, that's Edward Gaming. I'm not really surprised by that. But then when they lost against Nova, I got a bit worried for them. I mean, they not really are a team to be losing against Nova Esports, considering that I mean Nova have improved massively. They have slowly been improving and improving and improving. So there's no disrespect obviously to Nova, because Nova, they have just been phenomenal. But JD Gaming, from like the players that they have, like Stu, like Viva, like Yihao, like Martin, and YH Chen, I generally thought that this team could actually maybe rival like Bilibili, like maybe even Dragon Ranger, or maybe not Dragon Ranger Gaming, like Trace Esports possibly. But I haven't seen that yet. I cannot see that whatsoever after their loss here against Nova. So they better be improving. The next one is up against Dragon Ranger Gaming, which the Fort Rare Atom players did lose to, but it was a pretty close game there either way. So I'll see how JD Gaming goes, but I'm a bit worried for them. Speaking of Dragon Ranger Gaming, they actually lost against FunPlus Phoenix. Pretty close game though. 13-11 on Breeze for FPX, 13-9 on Icebox for Dragon Ranger Gaming, and 13-3 on Sunset for FPX. Life gained MVP. I mean, Life, he's just been different. Like, seriously, he is just a completely different player, I'll be honest. Like, no one can touch him even like some of the FPX players can't even touch him. It is also worth mentioning as well that I did forgot to mention Autumn was on Viper last video, because I just saw that in the after editing, and he's on Viper again on Sunset. And they absolutely destroy Dragon Ranger Gaming. But to be fair, they had the Viper, they have the Gecko, which I really like, and they have the Gecko, even the KO as well was phenomenal. The Breach, there are like some decent moments, I'll be honest, for a Breach. Sova's pretty decent in my opinion, but there are some, but you really need to, I guess, just use Breach's util, I guess, like with like a Raise Nade or even an Omen Flash or something. But like Breach, I mean, they didn't really use a lot, I'll be honest, with the Breach. And the Icebox on Reyna, that was pretty interesting from FPX, which didn't really work out against a Harbor Viper comp. And then Breeze, and basically the standard FPX comp that they've been running, Astra Viper, Yoru Jet, Sova, a standard composition for FPX, and Dragon Ranger Gaming is basically a standard Breeze comp, I'll be honest. I mean, the Jet's kind of normal, the Viper's normal, KO and Sova, you can probably have maybe just one initiator, Cypher is very normal as well on Breeze, so yeah, it's kind of just the crazy versus the normal, we'll say, for FPX and Dragon Ranger Gaming. Moving out to day 2, it was Wolves Esports getting in their first win as they beat out All Gamers. 39 on Brace, 14-12 on Icebox, and was Spring gain MVP. Is Spring back? Probably. I think so. Like, he hasn't really been showing from where he was in Ninjas in Pajamas last year, and here he's been really good. Both teams once again using Yoru, which is for some reason super popular in Breeze now. Icebox, I mean, Harbor Viper for All Gamers, a Viper just Viper actually for Wolves, which actually worked out. KO as well being used. But I guess it's mainly the Gecko being utilized here as well by Wolves actually has worked out well for them. Like, having 2 mollies is maybe, I'm actually literally no, 4 mollies even. 4 mollies is obviously better than having 3. So, having that Gecko was very useful, including, and it's also to have Wingman as well. The Fuse, the Spike, when everyone else is just fighting and defending the Spike is pretty smart, I'll be honest, from Wolves. So, I'm excited for Wolves because I rate them pretty, I guess, underrated, I'll be honest. They are a very exciting team on paper from just their roster, so we'll see how they go against the next team, which I'm pretty sure is actually against Trey, so that's going to be a good, I guess it's going to be a good matchup there. Trace Esports, they beat out Bilibili Gaming. 30-11 on Split, though, went to Bilibili. Their 37 on both Breeze and Bind went to Trace. FangF has been popping off on the first 2 weeks. I mean, no player can touch him. I am like, if Trace, like when Trace versus up against FunPlus Phoenix, which I'm not really too sure what's gonna happen. I actually really don't know which group they're both in. But if that ever happens, oh boy, FangF versus Live, that's gonna be a banging match. Bind as well, that's a bit of a weird one. Brimstone Viper just which obviously is normal. Gecko as well. Cypher, alright. I mean, you can definitely, I think the Cypher on Bind is very useful. Yoru once again on Bind from YZ. I'm not even surprised. YZ just loves the Yoru, so I'm not surprised about that whatsoever. But FangF, he just jiffed everyone. Like, there's legit no saying, like, nothing else about it. He just jiffed everyone in Bilibili. He's just completely different, and he has improved massively. Like, I am impressed of how well FangF is going, so great job there from FangF. He was just different, I'll be honest, in this game. Now for the final day, we have Dragon Range Gaming versus Titan Esports Club, and it was a 2-1 victory for Dragon Range Gaming against TEC. 13-4 on Breeze for TEC, then 37 on Split, 35 on Icebox for Dragon Ranger. TCH is well gained MVP. He's first MVP in quite a while, so that's great to see a veteran player gain MVP. But my god, I was like, they just got demolished, TEC. I mean, Breeze, obviously on Breeze, they demolished Dragon Range Gaming. But, like, Split was kind of close, and on Icebox, it just wasn't close whatsoever. RB had to do so much to save this team. To be fair, shout out to AC, the Viper on Breeze, who was phenomenal on Breeze, so give him a massive shout out there. But I mean, everyone else just on the Split and Icebox, I'm just like, what the hell are you doing? And then RB is just popping off and just trying to save the game. It's like, you've legit built around RB and it just has not been working. Like, yeah, you won against Wolves, but then you lost against Dragon Range Gaming, who are basically on par with each other. So I am a bit worried for TEC. I'll be interested to see how they go against, like, I don't know, a Nova Esports will say. Maybe All Game isn't Tyloo, but Tyloo would maybe be the worst team in China, so I'm not really too sure. But TEC, I'm a bit worried for them, just a bit. And for the final game, we have Edward Gaming versus Tyloo, and it was a 2 victory for EDG against Tyloo. 13-5 on Sunset, 13-10 on Bind. Kong Kong gained MVP. I'm just not surprised whatsoever. Kong Kong, he is just Kong Kong. I mean, he's just different. He's ready for Master Shanghai. Like, he's dead set ready. Shout out as well to Nobody with a really good clutch on Bind, which I think was Chichu who called him the calm of China. That was, I mean, actually, it's actually really pretty good in comparison, I'll be honest. Nobody and calm both them. Not really that well known and kind of quiet, I'll be honest, in both of their teams, but can definitely pop off when needed, and both of them have popped off. Nobody here popped off on Bind, so there's no little disrespect to him. But Tyloo, I was like high on them when I did the Bilibili gaming review, and then they just have gradually fallen off. Yes, this is only the second match, but just like, I need to see more from them. Like, I need to see that magic where they were against Bilibili. Where was this in Edward Gaming? That was none of them, but to be fair, this is EDG. If they were versing like against a Dragon Range Gaming or a All Gamers maybe, and then I want to see them be competitive. I want them to get maps off those teams, especially if it's against ADG. Yeah, I'm not really surprised, but if they don't get maps against like All Gamers, Wolves, Nova, JD Gaming now that with how they're performing, I'm a bit worried there for Tyloo. I mean, if they got a map against maybe the 4th or 5th best team in China of Bilibili Gaming, they could easily get maps off like All Gamers, Nova, JD Gaming, Wolves possibly. I'm a bit worried there for Tyloo. We'll see how they go next week though against Nova Esports. I'm going to be looking at that match especially for Tyloo as well. Now, let's have a look now at the standings. And Edward Gaming obviously in the leading group Alpha, followed by Bilibili and Nova with a 1-1 record. And Wolves and Dragon Rage Gaming, both of them have a 1-2 record. Group Omega, Trace, and FPX, both of them have yet to lose with 2-0 victory record. TEC in All Gamers, both of them with a 1-1 record. JD Gaming and Tyloo, both of them with a 0-2 record. Now, what does this look like now for the championship points? Well, Edward Gaming have a pretty commanding lead, 5 points. Obviously, yes, 3 points in front of FPX and Trace, followed by All Gamers, Bilibili, Dragon Rage Gaming, Nova, TEC, and Wolves, while JD Gaming and Tyloo, both of them have still yet to win. I'm a bit worried for JD Gaming if they continue to do this losing streak. Otherwise, they're going to be like T1 over in Pacific. So now, again, guys, to like, comment, and subscribe. It will really help me, especially on this channel. I would love to do more of these analyst videos, but I don't really have time. But I'm going to try actually during the weekend if they are doing matches on the weekend though. So that's really about it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Catch you guys next time in the next one. Goodbye.